Hi everyone, and welcome to the Fishhead Creations. I cannot speak today, sorry. Welcome to the Fishhead Creations podcast, where I usually pull out one of my interesting knitting projects and talk you through the details, but not today. Sorry, laughing and speaking English don't go well together. I have decided to return to an old favorite of mine, which I rediscovered while watching old episodes of the Once Upon a Corgi podcast, which is the Fibre Friends Tag. So, it's 45 questions, and we will go through them all, and it will be extremely awkward because we don't usually speak English to each other. But here we go. Let's get started. So,
hello.
What's your favorite thing I have knit for you?
That would be this sweater.
Not the other one?
No, not the other one. This one.
Okay, but that one's significantly too short. We will get back to that later. He is too tall. I didn't realize how tall he is. He's taller than any knitting pattern assumes. Do you have a favorite thing that I have knit or spun in general?
Maybe this sweater?
That's flattering. Well, it's not my favorite, I must admit. I do like it though. Does it annoy you when I knit in public?
No, not really. Why should it?
Trained him well. What's your favorite fiber festival we've attended and why? He has never been to any?
Don't plan to change to that.
We went to Inverness last year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago, together, when I went there for Loch Ness Knit Festival. But another friend came with us and the boys just spent the day walking around, or half the day when I was at the Fibre Festival, so he's never been to one. He cannot answer that. Does it bother you when I drag you to yarn stores?
It's alright, I guess.
He has been to one. No, two. Both on our recent trip to Scotland. One had a sofa, that was his favorite.
I've been to hundreds of yarn shops. Don't lie to the people.
You haven't. You usually stay behind when I go there.
Nope.
Do not believe a word he's saying. What's the coolest thing you've learned from my addiction?
Did I learn anything?
I don't know.
Not really.
More than you think, we'll get to that. Have you ever wanted to knit yourself?
No.
I tried to teach him, didn't go well. Does it bother you when I buy yarn?
It's okay. You may buy whatever you want.
He's a bad enabler, a very bad enabler. Where were we? What do you think about me podcasting?
It's fine. It's great, actually.
He's so disinterested.
I'm not.
That's what you're saying now because you're on the podcast.
Yep.
Okay, let's get into the yarny details, shall we? Do you know the difference of the weights of yarn?
Ooh, trivia questions. Oh, there's hundreds of differences, like weight and color.
Yeah, we're only talking about yarn weights.
Thickness.
Weight and thickness is the same thing?
Stranding and plies.
That's true. He knows about plies. He did learn some things. But do you know the different weights? Which weight, for example, is what I'm wearing?
Oh, this must be, I don't know.
The yarn was sold as a sock yarn.
Oh, then it's an 4-ply fingering weight.
He listens. The tricky thing is, I only learned this through the English-speaking internet because here in Germany we do not usually operate with the UK and US yarn weights, so it's okay, he doesn't understand. What weight of yarn is your sweater?
Oh, I don't know. Fluffy?
It's kind of in between a DK and worsted, and no website ever knows how to classify it, so fluffy pretty much gets to the point, yeah. Do you have a favorite yarn dyer? Even I don't have one. I rarely knit with hand-dyed yarn, so excuse him if he doesn't.
Oh, my favorite yarn dye, actually Schiller's Dare on the Isle of Skye.
Oh. I just reckon that.
And they have a very nice shop, actually.
They do. And Sky is great.
And they complimented my sweater.
Which was the other one,
The
right?
other one, yes.
I already knit him too. Where are we? Do you know how much an average skein of yarn costs? Again, tricky question. I don't knit with hand-dyed yarn, so you wouldn't know those.
I've heard about, don't know, 25 grams, 250 pounds.
Yep. That's the vicuña that the bakery bears were recently talking about, but that's far from average, I'd say.
It's pretty low cost yarn, I would say.
The vicuña. Sure.
Obviously.
Sure. I usually use 50-gram ball commercial yarns, and I buy them myself, so how would he know? And I rarely use hand-dyed yarns, so even I don't really know what those cost. If I were to ask you to buy me yarn, what would you do? Run away in panic?
Say buy it yourself.
Say, here's my PayPal password. How many balls of yarn do you think I could smuggle in the house in a month?
Well, I don't do entry checks, so probably a lot.
I work from home, he doesn't. The mail usually arrives when he's not home, so a lot. And I'm the one keeping this place tidy and clean. Can I yarn bomb the house?
Feel free. Have fun.
I don't even want to.
Maybe yarn bomb the cats.
Don't think they want that. Would you say I'm obsessed, interested, or dabbling in fiber?
Obsessed.
Completely obsessed, as you are with Overwatch.
I'm not. That's a
Mercy.
lie.
I know every Mercy voice line from this video game by heart because he's only talking in Mercy voice lines.
Hello there.
What is really going through your mind when you go to a local yarn store, festival, or I get mail? Just take the local yarn store thing.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Kind of like the colors that Jill is there.
I guess that's true.
If you could have me make you anything, what would it be?
Oh, that would be a very nice sweater. Even nicer than this one.
Overwatch themed.
Obviously Overwatch themed.
We're working on it. We have 2 ideas so far.
Stay tuned.
Yeah, more to come. If I've already made you something, do you wear it? Obviously he does. He also wears the other sweater I knit him, but he only recently started wearing the socks I made him, which is partially down to they don't fit him, actually. But at least he's seen the benefit of wool socks now.
I prefer polyester socks. Not
Store-bought
really.
cotton. Another use for knitting needles would be
Killing people.
poking friends.
Why would you do that? You're so cruel.
I'm not. I'm just defending myself.
Yeah, self-defense. Offense is the best defense.
Sure. Best thing I've made in your opinion. We had that question already.
Best thing ever? Only knitting or
Handmade.
handmade? That would be this sweater. Definitely.
What is my stash really like? Do you think I could do with more or less, and why?
So your stash definitely has the maximum size right now, because if it grows any larger, I can't sit any longer at my desk.
Yeah.
That would be fatal.
My stash lives in the corner right behind his desk chair. So that's kind of right. I could build it up. I could go higher.
Maybe we could rent a separate flat for your stash?
I'm actually quite happy with my comparably small stash. There are a few sweater quantities and certainly a lot of sock yarn, but I'd say I could knit through it in under a year if I stopped buying more yarn.
Maybe.
There's enough for maybe 5 sweaters. I'm at 16 already this year, so I think I could use it up.
Probably.
How do fiber crafts help me?
What's that for a question?
What positive effect does it have?
Positive effect? On you personally?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. You play way less video games, which I guess is a negative effect, because I have to play all for myself.
Poor boy. But it does help me concentrate when I'm reading.
Okay. I guess that's fair.
And also, it does help me being less anxious on travels. In general. Helps calming me down. Would you say that?
Well, I would say so. Probably.
That's at least how I see it. How much money do you think I spend on yarn?
Too much.
Not really.
Well, then, too little?
I'm quite happy with the amount of money I spend. I don't overspend, at least. I spend what I can afford, usually.
I guess that's fair.
Can you explain the difference between knitting, crochet, and spinning?
I have to explain the differences.
You sure?
So, knitting is with needles, crocheting is with one crocheting needle.
Hook. And you don't speak the T. Because the English language doesn't have a word, and took the French one, and French doesn't pronounce T's at the end of words.
Well, I guess.
And spinning?
Spinning you do with a spinner.
You know more about it than you are letting on.
Well, you have several spinning wheels, so...
He actually knows, yes. Any crochet in the vicinity could show for difference in fabric.
I guess so.
My blanket has grown significantly. How do you explain me being a knitter to others?
Why would I ever explain that to people?
He explains it in the words, she knits? How old is she? 100? That's because someone we know once said it about me and another girl talking about knitting, so it stuck. What is one thing you wish I liked to do as much as my fiber stuff?
Playing video games with me.
Whenever I play with him, he just runs away from me and never waits long enough for me to read anything in the game, look at anything in the game.
Well, we gotta farm those experience points.
One of the reasons I stopped, he never wanted to play with me because I was too slow. So I don't play anymore. If I were to die tomorrow, what would you do with all my fiber stuff?
I would leave it where it is and never touch it, I guess.
Yeah, he would never ever leave this flat without me. He might have to, because well, don't think about it. He just wouldn't move and he would just leave everything where it is. That's true. That's him. Does it embarrass you when I knit spin? We did have that question already. Does it embarrass you when I knit or spin at a family gathering?
Why should it?
What does your family say behind my back about me doing that?
My family? They obviously hate it.
For him to know that, it would require him to ask. And that's too much interaction with his family.
Yeah, that's right.
And his mother borrowed my second spinning wheel, and she took up knitting again more frequently since I started. So I'd say they're quite fine with it.
Probably, yeah. I would say they even like it.
Guess so. What would you say I knit the most of?
the most of, probably socks, followed by sweaters,
Yeah, probably.
but only because socks are less work.
Yeah. 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 And I'm not sure this year, maybe only if you count in, the single socks individually. I'm not sure I knit more pairs of socks than sweaters or general garments this year. I'm not sure. I do knit a lot of garments, as you know. Why do you think I knit?
Well, because it interests you and you get nice clothing out of it.
How would you rate me on a crafting skill level? He loves scales from 1 to 10 such, so please come up with one.
Yes, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say your crafting level would be, let's say 8 out of 10.
Crafting in general or only knitting?
Well, knitting?
My skill in knitting is significantly higher than in any other fiber craft, I'd say. I always knew how to crochet, but only the basics. I'm a completely self-taught knitter and spinner, but I spent a lot more time on knitting than on spinning, so I think that would only apply to knitting.
I think you are a very competent knitter.
Thank you. What would you do with my stash if I died?
Leave it where it is.
As we discussed. What do you think we do at knit night? I do not go to any knit nights, so nothing. I knit at home. How many subscribers do you think I have on my podcast?
Well, that's probably at least 7.
At least, yes. Any more specific guesses?
Maybe even 20.
More than that?
You have more than 20?
Yeah.
Maybe even 100?
Not yet. We are working on that,
then,
and if we ever get it to 100, we still have that giveaway going. It's 80 right now.
80? Impressive.
How many followers do you think I have on Instagram?
Instagram followers. Let's say about 80.
Nope, 300 and something. Have you ever watched my podcast?
No.
No.
I tried, but it's boring. It's about knitting and stuff.
Yep. What's your favorite podcast? Fibre or not?
My favorite podcast? I don't know.
New Adventures of the Bakery Bears. That's one you watch occasionally.
I
Only
guess.
that section of the podcast.
And only if it comes up when I'm in the vicinity.
Yeah. He doesn't watch or listen to any podcasts that I do not watch when I'm around him.
Not really, at least.
Um,
And definitely not regularly.
yeah. What's your favorite episode so far? That's out of the question. He doesn't watch.
This episode.
Because he's in it.
Or maybe it's the worst episode. Because I'm in it.
That's up to you to decide. Please let me know in the comments. If I knit you a sweater, would you wear it, even if it's hideous?
Well, I hope you won't knit me a hideous sweater.
I'd much rather stick to the nice ones. If you could dictate a monthly allowance for yarn, how much would it be?
I don't know. £1,000?
Why pounds?
I don't know. $1,000?
2 more questions. Do I need to go on a fiber diet?
You shouldn't eat fiber.
Depends on the fiber. You should eat quite a lot of fiber.
That's true. But not knitting fiber.
No, I don't think it's very healthy. But it refers to not buying any.
Buy what you want. I don't care. I really don't care.
He doesn't.
Am I done now?
Nope. One more question, and that's great for you because you don't care. How much do you think my stash is worth?
I don't know. Not much.
Actually not. Especially compared to other knitter stashes, because don't have much of a yarn budget, so I usually mainly buy rather affordable yarns. And my stash is not that big.
Well, if you disregard the 500 pieces of vicuña yarn.
That he has in his mental stash. Rough guesses?
I don't know. 1,000 pounds, dollars, euros.
I don't think it's that. I'd say it's maybe around 500. Probably even less. I really don't have much yarn and most of it didn't cost much money. So, don't think it's more than 500 euros. Yeah, that's it. You survived.
Great!
Also, I will be coming back to this wonderful Halloween garment I'm wearing, but I decided this was much more fun. So, we will talk about my Halloween sweater next time. Thank you for joining me.
Well, thanks for having me, I guess.
He is not very grateful for being here.
Or let's say, you're welcome.
Thanks, Mercy. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was at least, if not interesting, then enjoyable and entertaining. I will see you next week. Bye.